teaching a course and I feel that a student is intentionally disrespecting me and misgendering me, then they are going to be removed from the course and given a grade of F or an I or whatever, because I'm not going to deal with that because I don't have to, because that's not how the real world or college works. And if I find out they're doing it to another student, I'm going to call for their expulsion and demand it.
I never tell parents, period. On their survey at the beginning of the year, when it asked for preferred name and pronouns, it also asked for what you want me to refer to you as when I call home and what pronouns to use. So then I just make sure when I'm calling home, I use what they prefer when I call home. Even if someone told me I couldn't do that and I couldn't call them whatever they want or the pronouns they want without parent permission, I would still do it.
Every time your parents misgender you, make them put a quarter in your no misgendering sock, and soon you'll have a weapon to beat them.
Quick PSA, he, him are not my preferred pronouns. They are my pronouns, you will use them. My preferred pronouns are go fuck and yourself. Have a nice day.
Hello, I'm Blue Trans Education and I'm here to explain its pronouns. Its pronouns are considered a form of neopronouns. People who use its pronouns often feel a disconnect from humanity. Because of their neurodivergency, they likely have a much different experience with humanity than everyone else. And oftentimes they are treated as a monster because of their neurodivergency. Its pronouns is just a way of reclaiming that. Instead of saying he went to the mall, you would say it went to the mall. She wants to be by herself would be it wants to be by itself. Hope this helps!
So let's talk a little bit about my pronouns. In my bio I have the pronouns they, them, unless a pink heart and then a blue heart, right? This was because I originally came up with a colour coding system of hearts to explain or show what gender I was feeling that day. So purple for they, them, like non-binary, pink for girl and blue for boy, right? But I've kind of just come to the conclusion that I'd like you all to use they, them for me unless I say otherwise, because for the most part I always feel somewhere on the non-binary spectrum however I'm presenting, and it's only on the rare occasion where I only feel female or only feel male that I would like you to use she or he, but that's not that often. And for most of the time, even if I am presenting masculinely, I'm fine with they. I'm always fine with they, but I have a difficult relationship with she sometimes, and I have a difficult relationship with he sometimes. So always use they, them if you don't know my pronouns. I hope this explains it. Thank you for listening. Love you, babes.
For the demon pronouns, it would be Liana is my partner, Deem is cute, and I belong to Deem. I love Demon very much, and I hope Deem loves Demon's self too.
This is how I explain what being transgender means to kids. When a baby is born, the doctor looks at the baby and says, "Oh, this is a little girl," or "Oh, this is a little boy." And sometimes the doctor gets that wrong. So when I was born, the doctor looked at me and said, "This is a little girl." And so everybody thought that I was a little girl. But when I got older, I realized, wait, that's not actually who I am. And when I was able to tell people, I said, I'm not a little girl, I'm a little boy. And that just means that I am transgender. That who everybody said that I was isn't actually who I am. And I just had to explain that to people. And there's nothing wrong with being transgender.